After I had Charity, I got introduced to drugs, which was crack cocaine.
Tell me how you got introduced to crack cocaine. What happened?
I met a gentleman, and he introduced me to crack cocaine, and right at that point in time, it was plentiful. So I didn't have to go out in the streets because he had it all there, and he introduced me to it, and I used it, and I used it, and I used it, and it used me.
Where was your baby at this point in time?
My mother and father had her.
And how old were you when you became involved with using crack cocaine?
I was just getting out of high school, and I was 18 years old.
Did your family know that you were addicted to drugs?
They knew, but they didn't know I was as strung out as I was. They knew because I would stay out. I would stay out and just stay out, and I would come home when I finally decided I wanted to bathe.
When you wanted to bathe?
Yes, ma'am. And my mother said, "Are you okay?" She said, I looked, my mother, she's deceased now, her name is Opal Evans. She told me, she said, I look out the window every night looking for you to come around the corner just to come home. She said, I worry about you so much. She said, when are you going to stop? At that time, being an addict, I didn't hear that. Time went on, and I was still using. My mother passed away. And when I went to the funeral, I was still active in my using. And my pastor told me, he said, Opal, you got to get right now because your mother's gone. And you have to raise these girls. And I still wasn't ready. And I still continued to use drugs. The day before, the last time I went to prison, I did my time. My children, my daughters began to come back into my life. Because my oldest daughter, Charity, used to call me that lady.
That lady?
That lady.
How did that make you feel?
It made me feel so low. She wrote me a letter while I was in prison, and she told me, she said, topic life, subject you. And she asked me, if she got sick today or tomorrow, where would I be? Could I take care of my granddaughter? And I told her, and she said, no, because you'll be in prison or you'll be using drugs. The day before I got out, I got on my knees and I prayed to God. I said, God, if I pick up another drug, would you please take my life?
Do you think the tough road that you've described for us has prepared you in any way for the challenges you have in your day-to-day job here at the center?
Yes, ma'am. I love coming here. It was just something that God led me to. Like he was telling me, this is where I need you to be. When people come in the door, I talk to them. I give them a hug. And I listen. And if I can't help them, I won't hinder them. But I've been the same place they have been.
How long have you been clean now, Opal?
15 years.
Certainly something to be proud of,
Yes,
isn't it?
ma'am. I'm not the woman that I want to be. I'm not the woman that I could be. But I thank God I'm not the woman that I used to be.